What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you from a foggy Site B, 8:30 in the morning on this 9th day of August in the year of our Lord. Hello, Kitty. My refrigerator is making weird noises. Steve has to go back to the vet for some more injections. Hopefully we will resolve whatever this is soon because it's expensive. And it's time to take a look at what should be, hopefully, on the shelves. Where did that come from? On the shelves of our friendly local game store post-Gencon. But remember, shipping is still delayed, even today. So if I mention anything you like, call ahead to your friendly local game store ahead of time and make sure they have it in stock or they can order it. That is, if you're lucky enough to have a friendly local game store where you live, and if you're lucky enough that that friendly local game store actively supports role-playing games. Unlike me, but I'm not bitter. And one of those stores is shutting down, which actually lasted way longer than I thought it would. But yeah. I wonder why you're shutting down Dream World Collectibles. Can't imagine. Oh, yeah. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Ars Magica, an Ars Magica product on sale. Ars Magica, the greatest role-playing game most people have never heard of, considered by many to be one of the best fantasy games and one of the best magic systems. If you've ever seen the movie Dragon Slayer, please do not remake that movie, Hollywood. Ars Magica is the role-playing game in the world of Dragon Slayer, even though I think Ars Magica came first. But yeah. So there's a brand new Ars Magica supplement called Ancient Magic and Hedge Magic for the 5th edition of Ars Magica. And it's only $30, which is pretty cheap. So basically it's 2 books offering a whole new type and style of magic, and magic plays a very big part in the world of Ars Magica, thus the name. It's hard to describe Ars Magica, but wow, what a game. Yeah, definitely a great game. What else is going on? Coriolis, Mercy of the Icons Part 3 from Free League Publishing is now available. It's called Wake of the Icons. This is an adventure path for Coriolis, the third horizon, for $40. The adventure path included Wake of the Icons and some others. So yeah, I guess they've been doing an adventure path throughout the world of Coriolis recently, and now it is coming to an end. So this is a huge $40 book in the world of Coriolis. Coriolis is the science fiction setting that Free League Publishing has created. Congratulations to Free League Publishing for knocking it out of the park at the ENNIES this year. Not that the ENNIES really matter anymore. They kind of lost whatever little respect they had after they voted Alice is Missing as tabletop role-playing game of the world. But it's nice to see they're at least trying to regain some respectability by nominating and having Free League Publishing win so many of the awards this year. Of course, then they went around and also offered an award to Radiant Citadel. But let's face it, there was no way they couldn't without getting in trouble. Insight Editions is giving us a D&D The Ultimate pop-up book. This is an $85 pop-up book for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Does it come with monsters or anything? No, you just open it, and there's monsters, and it's paper crafty 20 guide to adventures and stuff like that. Has anybody ever seen a pop-up book that survived like 48 hours? I mean, sure, it's a cool idea, I guess. I don't see it lasting very long. It's kind of, if like, I've got everything else D&D, I might as well get this pop-up book because bragging rights? I can think of things you could get for 5th edition that are better than that if you want to waste $85 on a 5th edition product. But sure, if you're, got everything else and you're like, what do I need to finish my D&D collection? Oh, a pop-up book. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really feel like it's worth it to me, but who knows? Trophy Dark, the RPG by the Gauntlet. This is a collaborative storytelling game. $45. It's available in print again. You are not brave adventurers. You are your characters trapped in the horror story of treasure hunting meeting tragic ends in a haunted forest that doesn't want them there. So you're characters and you're trapped in a forest and horrible things happen to you in the forest and you can never get away from the forest. So Over the Garden Wall meets Friday the 13th for $45. This was nominated for some awards, but didn't win any. also is very similar to another game that did win Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year, and that's Vossen. So if you want to get a game about awful, horrible fairy tales and spooky forests, pick up Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year, Vossen from Free League Publishing. Support me, Free League Publishing. I will sell out. Dun, 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 dun. So we've got some stuff from Renegade Press. We've got a new adventure for the Power Rangers role-playing game. And we've got a new game that they're making called the Gods of Metal Ragnarok RPG. That doesn't sound like Torg. No, not at all. So for $20, you can get this brand new adventure for Power Rangers, the role-playing game, featuring, amongst other things, Darkonda, Dark Spectre, and the Phantom Ranger, and the Gold Ranger. So yes, I guess we have entered the Power Ranger Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers in Space phase of the Power Rangers role-playing game. I mean, originally they said they were only going to do the first 2 seasons, the Rita years, but I guess now they're moving into the Power Ranger in Space end of Zordon years, and also the end of the first run of Saban. Power Rangers in Space, of course, by many of us hardcore Power Rangers fans, considered the best season of Power Rangers, or one of the best, at least one of the best of the original Saban run. So yeah, and then we have Gods of Metal Ragnarok for $50. You live in an epic heavy metal fantasy with exclamation marks. You're a band. You work together and embark on adventures in the world of a Ragnarok. Get it? You are, so yes, Ragnarok has happened, but instead of it being, the Norse gods, normally it's heavy metal. So instead of wielding a hammer, Thor is wielding an axe. And by axe, I mean electric bass. So sure, rock and roll, post-apocalypse with Norse gods. Why not? Doesn't sound like Torg at all. Legendary Games is giving us legendary classes. This is for Pathfinder First Edition. They're both $15. And it's brand new prestige classes for Pathfinder, because that's what Pathfinder needs. Legendary prestige classes. So we've got the Legendary Slayer and then a collection of to enhance your existing already prestige legendary classes by this book here called the Prestige. So it's legendary classes, prestige. It sounds like that's the name of the class, though, is Prestige, or it's a book about prestige classes instead of just here's new options for the pre-existing. Yeah, I don't know. Clip art much? $15 for something you can probably find for free online, and you're not sure it's official. Paizo does have an official support page similar to the GM's Guild for 5e. I think it's called Orion or Outland or Universe, something like that. I should probably know this, but it's early. Anyways, they got their own thing. So if you're looking for official, recognizable, third-party stuff, I would go to that site and see what they offer before picking up these things. And yes, we already mentioned this. Ars Magica back. We've got 2 books adding more magic, mystery, mayhem, and wonder to the world of Ars Magica. I can't recommend this game enough. It is one of the greatest games you've never heard of. And we have toys. We've got some toys for, well, basically any game that uses figures. We've got an adult blue dragon. We've got, what is this supposed to be? A Type 3 demon? Really? Maybe. It looks like a guy, and he's got a costume on, right? Because you can see his legs, but you see these hands, and then this kind of just looks like it's over him, and he's wearing this. He's puppeting this, and then somebody else would be behind him puppeting the Reketsa. Does that look demonic to you? I don't know. Maybe I need to see it painted. It doesn't really work for me. Then we got this guy who's a Hugbot. Hugbots apparently are something from Starfinder. So robots, I guess, that were once designed to be like friendly companions, but went insane. Hug me, Seymour, hug me. And then we've got giant ants, because you can never go wrong with giant ants, even though this giant ant is $9, and you could just go to any toy store, any 99-cent store, especially now, and find packs of, monster rubber insects for like $1.50 because it's Halloween. So I don't know, one giant ant for $10 when you can get like 100 for the exact same amount. I love the Hugbot and its simplicity, a very 1950s classic retro feel to it. Giant ant, you can never go wrong with insects. The Blue Dragon for $90. I'm sorry, that's too much. And I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I don't know why I don't like it. It just doesn't work for me. And that's it. That's it. That's all the product that should be maybe on your shelves at your friendly local game store, if you happen to have a friendly local game store that actively supports role-playing. But it evolves with blah, 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 blah. As I talk faster than my brain can catch up, and it's getting worse as I'm getting older. Call ahead. Make sure they have it in stock. And while you're doing that, make sure you take a second to subscribe to this wonderful channel. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year, and we'll do something crazier than normal. I need the support. I need the love. Those vet bills for Steve are going to be expensive. So, yeah. Till then, have a great day. We'll be back from more because we're still dealing with the fallout from Gen Con. See ya.